Alright, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part 5, and it's time to select our first world. Well, yeah, our first world of this set of cards. Here we have Agrabah right here, we've got Halloween Town, we have Monstro the Whale, Wonderland, and Olympus Coliseum. Now,
wasn't there a Tarzan world?
Yeah, there was a Tarzan world, but unfortunately, Disney lost the rights to the owners of Tarzan. And, I mean, there were plans to have the Tarzan world come back, but, and it was in the coding of the original game, but, again, lost copyright issues and all that sort of thing. Disney lost the rights and have to remove it from all future Kingdom Hearts games, so, yeah.
That's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, oh well. Anyway, as hinted earlier, I am kind of going in the same order as I did in the Kingdom Hearts 1 playthrough. You know, Wonderland was the first world after Traverse Town. But, again, because of my selection of cards, it will not be in the exact same order. I do not have Atlantica yet. So I'm going to I have to go to Halloween Town after I go to Monstro, so yeah. Anyway, the plot of this world as I try okay, Castle Oblivion's really screwing with my head. The plot of this world, quote unquote, it has to do with, well, memory, of course, because the big theme of this game is memory. And it has to do with the Queen of Hearts' memory, you know? As we'll see later on.
Which kind of makes sense, since in the first one it was her heart that was in trouble.
Mm-hmm. So here we are, Wonderland. Now, like I said earlier, I'm going to keep this limited to 2 parts per floor or world, so we'll only see 2 videos of Wonderland. And now, here's the thing about good old Chain of Memories, or RE Chain of Memories, that I do respect, in some ways. If you just want to get through the game as soon as you can, it's more straightforward, it's more linear, you know?
Yeah.
I do like the game for that aspect, but I also like to explore it too. But this game, while it has some room for exploring, I just don't want to do too much of it, you know? I mean, I can explore in the regular Kingdom Hearts games. I can explore in Legend of Zelda games. It's just that with this game, I just want to get it over with so we can go on to the good stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Now, as you can see right here, these doors right here are covered with vines. There's actually a plant that you need to destroy in order to actually get rid of these vines, and it's no problem. You just have to hit it with your Keyblade a few times, and it goes away. And of course, all these guys we've seen before, except for these plant enemies right around here. So, I want to explain a little bit about these plant enemies right here. Now, these plant enemies are a bit tough, you know. They can shoot their seeds at Sora, and they can stab Sora with their roots. And if they stab Sora with the roots, you can actually lose your Moogle Balls. You can recollect them quickly, but make sure it's quickly, because Moogle Balls will disappear on you.
Jeez, I hate enemies that can steal your stuff.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I've been doing, folks, off screen is I've actually been doing some grinding, which means I've collected some new cards, I've gone Sora to a higher level, and, yeah. I'm still going to be using Simba for a little bit, but in the end I'll be switching things up a bit, you know, making things a little bit more interesting. It's just that I'm still... To be fair, folks, I've recorded up to the part after I've beaten Axel months ago, and then recently, a few weeks ago, I've been playing this part right here, so I've actually taken a break between recording the first part and now. Well, not now, but a few weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to destroy this plant here and get rid of the vines. And once again, I'm cutting out all the fights because it contains enemies we've seen already. And to speed up things with the plot. Okay. Might as well get rid of some enemies right here because, well, there are actually 2 plot convenient doors right here. One is the Key of Beginnings door, and the second one is actually the Key to Truth door. But we have to go to the Key of Guidance store first before we can actually get to that one, you know? Anyway, let's go present our card. We need any green card, alright? So which one can I sacrifice? Let's see. Okay. Now, when it says green card, the number value doesn't matter as long as it's colored green. Of course, I have to use the Key of Beginning, so we can start with the plot. Now, hopefully this playthrough will be much shorter than Kingdom Hearts. What do you mean much shorter? It will be shorter than the regular Kingdom Hearts game. Now, as we can see, as we're going through plot, why don't you share your thoughts about Alice in Wonderland, the Disney version? Because that's one of the reasons you're here is to, well, share.
Well, it's actually been a while since I've seen the movie.
Well, what can you remember of the movie?
I remember it definitely was pretty weird.
Weird? I mean, all sorts of things, you know, with,
Yeah, you had the Cheshire Cat that, like, keeps appearing and disappearing.
and...
The birthday party, or rather, the birthday party, rather.
And then Alice consuming weird things to grow and shrink.
Yeah.
And there's the doorknob, and then the caterpillar, and the Queen of Hearts having to have Alice paint the roses red. Remember that?
Yeah.
Now, I remember you've seen the live action Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland, right? Which is kind of a quote-unquote semi-sequel to the official story.
Yeah. It was okay, I guess.
A little weird. Well, of course, it's Tim Burton. It would be weird.
Yeah.
And features a grown-up Alice, and... yeah. Okay. And I also remember, for some reason, there was a Care Bear version of Alice in Wonderland, too.
Yeah, I think, like, the Nostalgia Critic reviewed that.
Really? I'll probably have to look up his stuff for a bit, but... yeah. Oh, yeah, anyway, Sora's gonna do something about this situation right here because, you know, the Queen's shtick, off with her head, you know? And, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Stealing memories. Blah, 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 blah. Plot, 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 plot. Plot, plot, plot. You shouldn't really care because they're just memories of people you know. They're not real. However, at this point, you should start... At this point, Sora's going to treat everything he sees as real. The plot stuff, at least, because... well, his memory's starting to get screwed around a bit. Yeah, because the dialogue in this world and pretty much most of the other worlds will imply that he has never been here before. So, yeah, Sora just confessed that he stole the Queen's memories. And this is going to lead us into a, well, not a boss fight as it were, just a mini-boss fight involving all these cards. This is going to be fun. In fact, folks, as I was practicing for this game for a little bit, yes, I did do some practice before I started recording all these news sections. I died here a lot to these guys. Nope, I'm not kidding. I died a lot.
So you're just fighting the cards, there's no tower you have to bust up?
No, just the cards. And some of these cards' values can be pretty high. Now, I probably should be talking about these, the cards that have these, a yellow golden tint to them. These are known as the premium cards. You may have saw in a previous part with Traverse Town that I've accessed something called the Premium Room. When you've achieved victory and get the Premium, Roulette card, you get to choose which of your current cards will become a Premium card. Now, the reason it's called a Premium card is because it takes up less CP card points to actually put in your deck. So you can put as many Premium cards as you can in your deck and have plenty of room for other things. Unfortunately, the downside of having a Premium card is when you use it once during battle, it will disappear for the rest of the battle. Which means, unless you have the means to restore all cards at the moment, don't stock your deck early on with Premium cards, okay? Alright.
Also, anyone else see the irony of cards using cards?
Actually, I do. I just... Alright. And here's where the importance of stocking cards and slides will help. Oh, and by the way, folks, I think I got a couple more slides off screen as well. I just gotta remember which slides I got. It's been a while. Might have to look it up later on, but the point is we have to take care of all these cards before we can achieve some kind of victory or... Now, I could just stack Goofy for more effect, but I'm not for some reason. Okay, let's see. Alright, Simba, save me! There we go. It's too bad, like, too bad these guys don't, like, drop, well, health in addition to experience points, because that would help a lot, really. I have to rely on curing myself every now and then, so... There you go. Smash the cards. Come on. Oh. Well, I'll also have to finish the job myself. There we go. Finally.
Certainly were a lot of them.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there were actually...
Of course, it makes sense. There's like 52 cards in a deck.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually were 52 cards. And with that, we get the enemy card. Okay. Card's weird.
Yeah, well, I'm tempted to make an overused Inception joke, but I won't.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. During this whole conflict, Alice goes bye-bye, so we have to go look for her, so... blah, 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 blah. Alice escaped. And, yeah. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We just beat all these guys. Let's just run away, so... Run away, guys.
And Donald just made a really horrible pun there.
Yeah, run away. There you go. Run away. And thankfully, because it's a plot-convenient door, they will not follow us between rooms. They'll just be heartless. That's good. That's very good. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, thankfully, this room is next to the entrance room, which means I went back out and saved my progress so that I won't have to die over and over again and lose my progress. Anyway, as I said earlier, this is the third plot door, and I don't have the key of truth yet, which means I have to track down the key of guidance to get that door, the second plot door at least. So I need a card that has a number 1 and above. What should I choose? I might as well choose the Tranquil Darkness. Now, if you don't have a required number, there's also the 0 card of a room, which you can use as long as the room permits it. So, that's always nice. Okay, key card. Ugh. And at this point, we get a different Keyblade card known as Lady Luck, and just like in the regular keychains from the original game, they have, well, in this case, they have different attack power, as it were. Different status and ranking and all that sort of thing.
But they don't actually change the look of your Keyblade?
No, the Keyblade will remain Kingdom Key throughout this adventure. It's just that the cards that you get that have different Keyblades on them will have stronger value than your Kingdom Key value. So, keep that in mind. But they also cost some card points as well, so it's best to level up as many times as you can and get some card point chosen. Okay, yeah, this message right here. Yeah, I've grinded a bit, and there's actually a limit to how many world map cards you can hold at certain times, so, yeah. Yeah, you can tell I've leveled up quite a bit. I've gotten a whole bunch of card points and a whole bunch of cards in the process. Here's me just changing around my deck a little bit, adding cards, making sure things are all hunky-dory in the long run. And you can also remove cards if you just switch between the L1 and R1 options and select the card on your current deck. As you can see right here, I've just reached my limit when the CP indicator on the right turns red, which means I have to get rid of something. So, yeah, I can only go up to this far at the moment, so... Oh well. I just thought I'd show it off because, well... I'm going to try and speed things along, don't you know? Okay. Let's see here. I should figure out which way I should go, really, because... Uh-oh. Yeah, stupid heartless shadow thingy. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Yeah. One of the things I should talk about here is that it is true you can get things when you hit certain objects and collect them. However, if you just so happen to touch a Heartless before you collect certain objects, when you return to the adventure field, they'll be gone for good, the objects. So if you want to collect like a key card, an attack card, or other cards that you can use in battle, Moogle points or health, make sure you evade the Heartless in the field before touching the Heartless, or else you'll lose all your stuff. Well, a chance to get stuff. And I'm trying to figure out which way to go, because it looks like I can go either left or up. I mean, sometimes going a certain direction will lead you to a certain spot, but sometimes you can end up in a dead end, really, and waste your time, really. Might as well show off this card because I've gotten it, well, during my grinding. Calm Bounty. Essentially, it's a treasure room. And thankfully, it's a room that has no Heartless, which allows you free to hit stuff without consequence and to get the treasure in, well, this room, really. So let's see, what kind of treasure will I be getting? I get Stop. And Stop will become a lifesaver as I progress through the game. Well, actually, it's because that Stop is actually the first component of a slide that, well, I will use near the end of Sora's campaign. So yeah, for the moment, no enemies here. We're just picking and cleaning all these weird trees. And here's our second plot door right here. Thank goodness. Okay, so what requirements do I need for the plot, the key of guidance? Okay, it's asking me to sacrifice up to 15 cards. So, let's see here. Let's see. Which card should I use? I should use one of these and one of these. Yeah, okay. And now I need the Key of Guidance card. There we go. And now we have entered, well, we'll be entering the next plot. Blah, 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 blah. Plot. Plot. Oh, hi, Alice. Uh-huh. You know, I still can't believe that she was a Princess of Heart back in the first game.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the other princesses were, well, Kairi. I think we can excuse her for being a new original character, but Alice? I mean, we have, okay, Cinderella, well, she becomes a princess at the end. Princess Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, she is a princess. Snow White, she is a princess. Jasmine, she is a princess.
I think Belle became a princess when
she at the end, she became a princess at the end. So
yeah.
But when, well, although technically in the Kingdom Hearts universe, Beast hasn't transformed back into a prince yet. But was on his way because, you know, he formed an attachment to Belle, you know?
Yeah.
So, but Belle in the end did consider herself a Disney princess by that definition, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, too bad Ariel couldn't be a prince. Well, she is a princess, but couldn't be one of the princesses of Heart.
You think she would be, though?
Yeah, it's a... Well, I'm guessing it's because of Ariel's selfishness to explore the outside world and stuff that probably held her back or not worthy or something. Plus, there's still that whole mermaid thing, but they can transform Ariel to a human with legs and stuff. It's been done. I mean, if Donald can transform the trio into mer things, surely the thing could be reversed, you know? And we have seen Ursula out of the water with the whole League of Disney villains during those cutscenes. So, it's not impossible. I suppose it'd be kind of weird if Ariel were a Princess of Heart and she hung out with the other princesses and she hasn't transformed. She'll be in like a fishbowl or something. Or, I mean, mermaids can breathe out the water. Well, according to most mermaids, you know. Well, those stories are at least. Oh yeah, and the Cheshire Cat explaining some weird plot thing that'll come into pass later on. So, yeah.